Oh, come on, what are you doing, Max Muscle? Putting me in a picture comparison against the one and only Lee Haney? Oh, no!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a picture comparison with the 1973 Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the 1987 Lee Haney. And 50% of you guys voted on this one. Amongst a couple of other very interesting requests, I would like to see that Mike O'Hearn one. Get this video up to 400 likes. We will do the rest of them. Maybe even that 5% one. You guys probably did take note. There's time and time again, one gentleman requests Nimrod King versus Keon Pearson, among many other requests. And I do indulge it sometimes because it's a friend of mine. It's Davey, and he actually competes, so shout out to Davey. He is a bodybuilding addict. Davey addict. He competes all the time, so nice little shout out there for you, Davey. Let's go through these shots between these two just unbelievable legends. And I'm sure at the beginning you took note there was a little hint of fear in Arnold's voice. A little bit of worried sound. Because all those games he plays, the tricks and the mental games, things of that nature with other guys like Lou and Frank Zane, even Franco Columbo, who do it. He ain't gonna play them little parlor tricks with Lee Haney. Are you kidding me? This is Lee Haney. He doesn't play those tricks. But I have to say, Arnold 1973 was crisp. Very crisp. Now the angles are very favorable for Arnold. Midsection for Lee, incredible. I'm telling you right now. And I'm sure at least a small percentage of you guys. Max, you missized it. Arnold is 3 inches taller than Lee. I don't think so. He's actually listed at over 6'1", not quite 6'2". But you know what? I think that was all. I don't know where to go from here. Lou Ferrigno was always listed at 6'5", but I heard the guy say he was only 6'4". So, where does that leave Arnold? Either way, guys, the arms are going to Arnold, and his legs here doing pretty good against Lee Haney, a guy that I thought would have most certainly been destroying Arnold in the wheel department. And you really got to take a good look, and I think that Lee does have a better set of quads. But having said that, a pose for Arnold, I'm sure, on everybody's sheet. Now the front lat spread, you may take note, this is not 73, it's 71. And 71 is a pretty good, reasonable facsimile for 73. But you know what? I do not count this picture of Arnold. It is way too favorable, the angles. He didn't look this good next to Lee. No way would he look this good next to Lee. I'll tell you why I'm still saying that. Here's 1974. Whole physique. Straight on. Not this and the down business. Tilt that camera. I want to see just the most supreme version of myself. No, it would be like this. And you know what? Why lie when you look this good? And he wasn't lying. I'm not saying that. Just saying that Lee, on a fair, level playing field, is smoking Arnold. And actually, those wheels in that front double picture, very favorable also, because I gotta say, Lee's quads, things of that nature, they would be bigger than Arnold's, I would suggest. But, that's still one pose each. Turn to the side. Beam me up, Scotty. Ah, yes, Mr. Shatner. I cannot reach the control panel. I have grown too fat. Little Easter egg for you Trekkies out there. Now the side chest is going to be of some debate. There are people, Arnoldites, Schwarzeneggerites, Eggerites, You guys are Agarites. Oh, there's no way anybody can beat Arnold in the side chest. Look at this. It's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Great big man's chest. Hey, he's got the size where it counts, like the arms in that front double. But this is bodybuilding. If you look at it, realistically, the whole physique. Hey, look at Lee Haney's far pack. It's huge. So he is a big, thick man. He's a big, thick row beast. But guys, take a look at the wheels. Not just the size, but the density, the hard, grainy nature, vascularity. And no, just because you're veiny doesn't mean you're inconditioned, but you start from scratch. One physique, the more vascular that one physique gets, generally the more conditioned that physique is. But having said that, I don't want to get rocks pelted at my siding. Just hanging on by a thread by now. The way you guys pelt rocks at it all day long. But having said that, hey, you tell me. You tell me. Is Lee losing this one? I think not. Now the side tricep, we're going to write this one off. Arnold refuses to hit it. And no judge in their right mind would mark him down, because anybody saying anything about it would be fired immediately. Arnold, will you please hit the side tricep the way we asked?
You're fired. Hey, Joe, get rid of him. You bunch of clowns. Now give me the trophy in every pose.
Now this is a very young, very smooth when he was younger Arnold. But I think even in his prime, he's not going to touch Lee Haney as far as the side tricep is concerned. Can we say that for sure? Oh, and I forgot to mention it was a 71 side chest for Arnold. But he was good in 71. Telling you. Now, as we glance the back shots, we also notice it is a 71 for Arnold, which is, like I said, a reasonable facsimile. And I believe the side chest for Lee Haney was 88. And 88, 87, pretty close. Arms, thickness of the traps. Arnold is your man. Now, Lee, he's got a big, thick lat that is just wow. Dare I say, wow. Lower half, Lee is making Arnold look like spaghetti legs. Just like Matty Frigno said Arnold has spaghetti arms. Settle down, Matty. Settle down. Jeez Louise. Now here's the actual back shot. 71, Arnold. He's actually getting a pretty good deal here as far as the angle is concerned, I would suggest. And he's got not a bad back. Not bad at all. People say, oh, it's his weak point. Well, that may be, but it's still not too shabby. Not shabs. Lee Haney's just bullying him around here. You guys know it. You Haneyites have been sitting, rubbing your hands saying, aren't you going to say how much Lee Haney's defeating Arnold here? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I see 2 good striations in that big big bum, Lee Haney's big bum. I see some striations in that glute. Just one glute. Not the other one, you can't see it, it's just a glute. But yes, go to the rear double. Maybe a better shot for Arnold. Now that was a 71 rear lat. 72 Arnold phoned it in, I think, a bit. That's why we didn't use any 72s. 73 here for the rear double. Pretty good version of Arnold. Again, guys. Oh, I slipped in the bum from the rear lat. We can assume it would have been the same. This is the only picture we can get of Lee from 87 in the rear double. And it is so thick. Rich, luxurious. Those lats. And I gotta tell you, he's beaten Arnold at his own game. Because Arnold's game was that he had game, as they say, in the rear double. He's got game. That sounds like something young people would say. They were saying that back in the 80s. People would be old fogarties now. Hey, Fogarty, what are
you saying? Okay.
Anyway, guys, Lee Haney, all the way, Lee, all the way. You'll never get this chance again. Now, the most muscular could be a debate. I don't know. Lee looks strong in this shot. He looks strong in this pose. I think condition-wise would be just, the crab. What are you, foolish? You forgot to put the crab, and you know what? I put the entire matchup based on this one pose. Well, Lee Haney's got a big upper chest. He does a lot of those tilted bench dumbbell presses. You can see Arnold does too, though. Big, thick upper pecs. Word to the wise for you current competitors, too. Work on the upper chest, just like Charles Glass says. Just like Charles Glass. So realistically, guys, Arnold is winning a number of shots. Could be winning the side chest. As far as the beauty of the pose goes, aesthetics, front double, I give them that hands down. And the most muscular, but that's about it. The wheels, even the wheels here, you can see the feathering in the quads of Lee. It was a different game. It's kind of fair. 70, mid-70s, mid-80s, mid to late 80s. There wasn't much evolution there until they got into the different types of substances. And that's the only real evolution you're going to see. The guy can train harder than everybody, and he's going to be better than everybody of his day. But when it's a different day, it's a different game. And if I was born at that time, you just tell me the rules that they are playing by, and I will play by those rules, and I will come in and crush them all. But having said that, I think they were probably taken along the same substances. Condition gets better too, though. The criteria for condition: we need striated glutes. You climb the mountain, you go up to get the striated glutes. But anyway, I give it to Lee. 1987, Lee Haney would beat Arnold. 1973. 74 might be a different story. But still, Lee Haney was no joke. No joke. Have a great one, guys.